Do you struggle to finish your tasks on time? If yes, it's time to learn some time management skills. Without managing your time effectively, you are just grinding harder, not smarter. Trust me, with a few hacks, some creativity, and the right strategies, you can manage your time better and reach your goals way faster. You can actually enjoy life, you don't have to slog through it non-stop. A lot of people deal with constant chaos in life. They struggle to finish their work. They sweat hard with barely any real progress. Do you know why? Because they ignore time management. And as a result, they hustle every day but see very few results. Nobody wants that life. Let's be very honest, we all want success, quality time with family, and some peace of mind, right? There exactly where time management makes all the difference. So if you want to get things done on time and fast track your goals, stay connected to this video till the end because I'm going to share 18 practical and easy to use time management hacks and techniques. And the best part is, even if you follow just 3 or 4 of them, your journey towards your goals will speed up 10x. So let's begin. And the first one is prioritize tasks. Why is this important? There's always a ton of things to do, right? But not everything on your list is equally important. That's why prioritizing is key. It helps you figure out where to put your maximum energy. And one super handy tool for this is the Eisenhower matrix. It is pretty simple to understand as well. You know, the Eisenhower matrix helps categorize tasks by urgency and importance. It says to focus on what is urgent and important first and delegate or schedule the others. So by knowing the urgency and importance of different tasks, you can allocate your time and resources easily. So what do you need to do? You have to gather all daily and long-term tasks and split those tasks into 4 quadrants. 1. Urgent and important. 2. Important but not urgent. 3. Urgent but not important. And 4. Neither. Now, once you are done with categorization, start focusing on tasks in quadrant 1 first, which are urgent and important because those are top priorities. Then move to quadrant 2 tasks, which are important but not urgent. You tend to ignore these tasks, but you shouldn't. Now you can delegate quadrant 3 tasks, which are urgent but not important. And you can totally eliminate quadrant 4 tasks, which are neither urgent nor important. And if you follow this, you'll be able to focus your efforts on the most critical activities. You'll be able to eliminate time-wasting tasks and delegate non-critical tasks. Won't this help you boost your productivity? It will. And not only productivity, it will also reduce your stress drastically. And there is an app called Todoist. It's a great one for visualizing and prioritizing your day. You can use it. Or you can just use a simple grid to map things out, totally up to you. Now, next one is time blocking. What does that mean? It means don't just maintain a to-do list, instead assign specific time slots to tasks and activities. Stick to those blocks and treat them like appointments. This will help maintain focus and avoid multitasking. For instance, reserve 9 to 10 a.m. for emails and 10 to 12 p.m. for deep work on a project. Will this minimize context switching? Of course, yes. And do not forget to include buffer time for unexpected interruptions. You know, nothing should come in the way to stop you from completing your task within that time block. And there are many time blocking tools like Google Calendar, Microsoft Outlook, etc. They are really great tools for setting up time blocks. You just need to use them to use your time optimally. And the next one is set smart goals. You know, vague goals don't give you a clear direction. Just like saying, I want to do better, I'll try harder, I'll improve sales, doesn't really help. Are these giving any clarity? No, they are not clear on what you are supposed to do, how you will do it, and when you will get it done. And that's where SMART goals come in. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Basically, it forces you to be clear, realistic, and on a timeline. Isn't that way more effective than vague plans? And for example, instead of saying, I want to boost sales, go for something like increase sales by 10% in quarter 2 by connecting with 20 new leads each week. See the difference? It's clear, trackable, and you know exactly what you need to do, isn't it? And bottom line is break big goals into smaller and actionable steps and track progress regularly. And if you want to use apps, you have them like ClickUp or Evernote that can help organize and monitor your SMART goals. Now coming to the next one, use the Pomodoro Technique. This technique ensures you work smarter, not longer. It says to work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. That's one Pomodoro. And after 4 such Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. And during those 25 minutes, no phone, no multitasking. Then use your breaks to stretch, hydrate, or check your messages, whatever. It keeps your brain fresh and helps you avoid burnout. And this technique is indeed perfect for tasks that need serious focus like writing, studying, or coding. Now the next one is plan daily or weekly. Spend a few minutes every day or maybe every Sunday planning your task. Each day you can write down 3 to 5 things you really want to do. You can even use 1-3-5 rule. Pick one big task, 3 medium ones, and 5 small ones. It keeps your list realistic and doable without stretching you out. And there is a digital tool like Trello that can help you structure your plan in this manner. Now the next one is avoid multitasking. Multitasking reduces efficiency and increases errors. And a study shows it can cut productivity by up to 40%. How do you avoid multitasking? One simple trick is to batch similar tasks together whenever possible. Yes, group similar tasks. Instead of jumping back and forth between emails, calls, messages, and your main project, try grouping them. For example, block out 30 minutes in the morning just to answer emails. And then once that is done, switch over to deep work like writing a report, coding, or designing something without checking your inbox every 5 minutes. Bottom line is that one thing at a time is actually the fastest way to do everything. And there is an app called Focus Booster or Pomo Focus that can be used to follow this technique. Alright, so the next one is limit distractions. Distractions are the biggest productivity killer. Can you minimize them? First, figure out what is pulling your focus the most. Usually the biggest ones are phone notifications, social media, or chatty co-workers. Believe me, if you can address these, you will be unstoppable. You have to silence non-essential notifications, use do not disturb modes, or set specific times to check messages. I know it's tough in today's hyper-connected world, but if you can't manage these distractions, better not chase your big goals. There are tools that can help you out. For example, to block out digital noise, you can try apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey. They literally stop you from visiting distracting websites during work hours. Also, you should set up a proper workspace. And when you step into that space, your brain, colleagues, family, and everyone around you should know it's your focus time. Alright, so the next one is delegate effectively. If you are trying to do everything from data entry to admin work to strategy and research, you are just setting yourself up for burnout. You have to delegate tasks that others can handle. Let's not get into micromanaging everything. Instead, identify people who can handle your task. Give them clear instructions, set deadlines, and provide resources. And the bottom line is that you have to leverage your team's strength and you have to communicate your expectations clearly to them. This will save your time for creative, strategic, and higher priority tasks. And yes, when you delegate your tasks, you have to track their progress as well. You have to ensure the quality. And for that, you can use tools like Asana or Monday.com to track delegated work. Alright, so the next one is use productivity tools. Use technology to track tasks, deadlines, and progress effectively. Technology can fast track your progress, and many of them are already using advanced tools, so don't shy away from using tools like Trello, Asana, or Notion. Trello and Asana are great for project tracking. You can track delegated tasks using these tools as well. Notion is great for organizing notes and planning. Time tracking apps like Toggle help analyze how you spend your day and help spot the time wasters. There are tons of tools out there, but don't go overboard. Start with 1 or 2 that feel right for you and build from there. No need to complicate things too much. Now the next one is review and reflect. Whatever approach you have taken, review it positively. Reflect on what worked and what didn't. It helps refine your approach and you can adjust your strategies to improve future time management. So at the end of each day or week, spend some time assessing completed tasks. What went well and what didn't. Ask questions like, did I focus on priorities? Were distractions manageable? Did I hit my deadlines? Reflection shows you where you can improve and what habits might be holding you back. For example, if you are always stuck in a long meetings or waking up too late, you can start making changes, like cutting down meeting time or getting up earlier. And if deadlines are constantly slipping, maybe it's time to rethink how you estimate your task. And there is a tool called Day One. It can be super helpful for tracking your reflections. Use it and see the difference. And the next is energy-based scheduling. Don't just plan your day or write a to-do list. Instead, plan it around your energy. Some hours you have high energy, other times you are half asleep or just dragging. Why force deep work when your brain is tired? Let's say you are a morning person and you feel sharp in the morning. That's your peak energy time. So block those hours for heavy tasks such as writing, brainstorming, problem solving, or creative work. And then comes post lunchtime when you feel kind of sleepy or full and not exactly ready to take on demanding tasks. So that is the perfect time to do easy work like checking emails, organizing your desk, or attending meetings. And in the evening, you can reserve time for team catch ups, light planning, or reflection. Now, the next one is the 2-minute rule for momentum. This is a super simple hack. Starting something is the hardest part, right? Try this 2-minute rule for momentum. Trick your brain and just commit to 2 minutes. That's it. This way you can kickstart bigger tasks. For example, if you have a huge report to write and you are dragging it out, just open the doc and write one sentence. This tiny action breaks the mental resistance. Even if you stop after 2 minutes, you have already made progress. That little spark gets you rolling and gives you the required momentum. And before you know it, you are deep into the work. And the next one is theme days or half days. Jumping from task to task is tiring. Your mind gets exhausted and productivity takes a big toll. 1 minute you are replying to emails and next you are in a meeting and then trying to design or coding something. You are not really doing anything properly. Yes, that is mental switching and it's tiring. So use theme days to batch similar tasks and avoid context switching. Top performers group similar tasks together and even theme their days. You can also theme your day like Mondays for logical work, like emails, analysis, calls, and meetings. Tuesdays for deep or creative work, like writing, brainstorming, designing, etc. Wednesdays for strategy and so on. Can you also batch your day in this manner? This will make you feel way more in control and way less stressed. You can also theme your half days. For example, if you are a freelancer or an entrepreneur, you can reserve mornings for writing, designing, strategizing, and afternoons for promotion like marketing, posting on social media, outreach, etc. And the next one is distraction break. Don't try to eliminate distractions altogether. You won't be able to do it. Just manage them smartly. So give them a designated time in your schedule. Set aside a small and guilt-free window for distractions in your day. Maybe 15 minutes mid-morning or after lunch. During this time, you can indulge in your favorite distractions like scroll through social media, check the news, chat with friends, etc. Whatever tempts you during work. Knowing that you have a distraction break in your schedule, you stay focused during work sessions. You won't get sidetracked by time-wasting activities. And the next one is environmental hacks for task switching. Switching between tasks can be tough, but you can make it easier by using environmental signals. For example, you could light a specific candle whenever it is time for writing session. Or you could play a favorite playlist that gets you in admin work mode. How does this work? Your brain starts associating those environmental signals such as certain smells or sounds with a specific task. You know what? It is an easier way to give your brain a signal that it is time to think differently. You can also use these signals to reduce procrastination. For example, you can start doing a quick stretch before starting deep work, or grab a cup of coffee before diving into something tough. These environmental hacks help you stay on track and avoid distractions. And the next one is the done list practice. Don't just maintain a to-do list. Start keeping a done list too. Make a habit of jotting down what you have already done because every little win counts. Even tiny tasks like replying to a message or organizing your files can be part of your done list. And at the end of the day, take a few minutes to look over your done list. It's really satisfying to see your progress. It reminds you that you actually did a lot of things, and you won't feel that guilt of I never do enough. Now, to maintain a done list, you don't have to do anything fancy. A simple notebook works. Or you can also use an app like Done to keep track digitally. Now, the next is deadlines. Set deadlines for the important tasks, but make sure they are not too cozy or way too tight. If a deadline feels too comfortable, guess what? You will drag it out, and that's what Parkinson's law says. It basically says if you give yourself a month to complete something, you will take the whole month, even if it could have done in 2 weeks' time. So tighten it up and challenge yourself a little. You will finish your task faster. Deadlines create urgency, and urgency gets you moving. So these are 18 easy to use time management techniques. Don't get overwhelmed by these 18 strategies. You just need to start small and pick 2-3 strategies to master before adding more. Test 1 or 2 methods for a week to see what suits you well. You have to build your habits gradually and adjust your plans whenever needed. That's all for now. Thank you and see you next time.